Our game comes to you from Amsterdam as we get set for some overseas football. Temperatures below freezing for tonight's game as the Ravens get set to take on the Chiefs. They're lined up for the kickoff, so let's get this game started. Number 7 is just about ready to kick this one away. Nice distance. This one is fielded by number 39. He's in for the score.
What you're going to see here is a good example of how you can set up blocking on kick return. Watch how they create a crease for him. He sees his lane, makes some moves, and then he's gone.
The point after is good. Special teams plays are sometimes overlooked, but not there. A kick return for a touchdown.
Yeah, special teams play can swing momentum in a heartbeat. A kickoff return, a blocked field goal, all that stuff can sure change the entire tone of a game with just one play.
From the 5.
It's still very early, but this is one of those spots where you'd like to be able to respond and put the ball in the end zone.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Number 25, the lone back. He'll pass on 1st down. Gets the pass off. Incomplete. Number 87 was the one they were trying to get the ball to.
Keep an eye on the safety. Take advantage of the spots where the defense looks soft.
Great, 28.
The Chiefs line up in trips bunch. Dropping back, gets rid of it. Complete to the wide receiver, and he's ridden out at the 31-yard line. Great throw to beat the zone.
I'll tell you, the defense has to do a better job of coming up and clamping down on the receiver whenever he enters their zone.
1st and 10. The Ravens come out in a 4-3. Looking upfield. Nice play fake. Long throw. Ooh, nearly picked off. He was in the right place at the right time, and that saved them from giving up a lot of yardage. The Ravens come out with 8 guys in the box. Houston breaks the play up in the backfield. They were looking for the run. They had 8 men up in the line of scrimmage, John.
That was just a great call by the defensive coordinator. He's aggressive, and you can see that aggressiveness paying off on play calls like that.
Hand it off. Pressure. Going long. Incomplete pass. You can see what great arm strength he has, but that was out of reach for the receiver.
And he does overshoot, like that time. But other times, he hits him right in stride.
Townsend comes into the game for the punt. Number 39 is the deep return man.
Great, 28.
Under pressure, looking for something long. The 40, the receiver with a lot of open room. The 20, the 10. The pass goes for a touchdown.
When you get this kind of execution, you got a great chance of making a big play. Watch it here as everyone takes care of their assignment. The pass is thrown where the receiver can make the best play in the ball. And it's 6 points.
Point after is good. The defense got torched on that touchdown, John.
You can't let that happen. It demoralizes the whole team. If you don't believe me, just take a look at those players with their heads down.
It's on its way. From the 7. Not what they wanted on that return.
The returner needs to be a little more patient. He has to wait for his blocks to develop, find a seam, then run for daylight when he breaks through.
It away. Play action. Gets the pass off. Almost picked off. Hughes was there on the coverage. Kansas City using 3 linebackers. Throws it. Receiver has it. Thornhill comes up to make the play at the 32. And it's good for a first down. Kansas City goes with a 4-man front. He hands it off. Gay is there for the tackle at the 35.
As a coach, you need to make sure that you establish your running game as a weapon that can hurt the other team.
The Chiefs with a 4-man front. Going to the right. Number 53 makes the stop.
The defense is trying to shut down the running game early to force him to pass. We'll have to see if it works and causes him to give up on it here in the first half.
The Chiefs come out in a 4-3. In this direction. Slips the tackle. Number 44 pulls him down at the 46.
This is tough running here. Let's watch him as he gets through right here. And he breaks a tackle and keeps moving forward. I'll tell you, this guy's hard to bring down.
Hand it off. And it's brought down at the 46-yard line. Good play by the linebacker to get into the backfield and stop the play for no gain.
I'll tell you, that comes from watching a lot of film and knowing the tendencies of the opponent. That was a heck of a play.
Kansas City comes out in a 4-3. They'll spot this one at the 48. And that's now 3 tackles for him in this game. On 3rd down, they have to get the ball to the 44 to convert. Kansas City lines up in a 4-3. Drops back. Throwing. Leading pass to the back. Number 53 comes up to make the play at the 44.
This is good communication between the quarterback and his receiver to keep the chains moving. They know where the first down marker is, and they recognize the type of coverage the defense is playing. The ball is there, and so is the catch.
Tucks it away. Going to spot this one at the 41-yard line. That's his 3rd tackle of the contest. At the end of the first quarter, it's knotted up. Kansas City, 7. Baltimore, 7. And we're ready to start the second quarter. Kansas City using 3 linebackers. Looking to run it here. Gay is there on the stop at the 43. And he chases him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
I'll tell you, he's one of the most knowledgeable defenders in the league. He knows how to play the game, and he always knows what's going on.
Only 1 man in the backfield. Dropping back. Gets the pass off. The defender's got it.
Well, if you're going to get rid of it, you have to throw it where no one but your guy has a chance to catch it. That time the throw was a little bit off, and the defender was right there to make the interception.
Baltimore comes out in a 4-3. Little misdirection. Humphrey makes the tackle at the 31-yard line.
Keep an eye on the safeties. Take advantage of the spots where the defense looks soft.
2nd and 7 coming up here. Baltimore goes with a 4-man front with a counterplay. Number 6 is there on the stop at the 46. Good blocking up front and a nice gain on the counter.
Yeah, and that was a perfect call in that situation. He did a nice job avoiding the first wave of defenders, then converting for the first down.
The Ravens come out with 8 guys in the box.
This is a good time to run a draw. They're going to be rushing hard for a sack. You should be able to slip right by him and head into the secondary.
They line up in the I formation with the carry, setting up play action with a deep throw to the right side. Right on target to the wide receiver. The pass goes for 6.
Look at the arm display here. He makes one heck of a throw to get it to the end zone. And the throw's on the money, and that makes it even more impressive.
The point after is good. Now they've put it together offensively with 14 unanswered points.
And they can do this sort of thing. Everyone gets on the same page, and they'll put up points in bunches.
Decent kick. We should have a return. This one is handled by number 39. Breaks free of the defender.
This is where you want to respond quickly, or this could turn into a battle for field position.
We're just about down to 1 minute. Jackson out of the gun. Throwing. He's there for the tackle at the 46-yard line. Good read, finding the single coverage in the secondary.
You know what this does? It keeps one defense on the field, and it doesn't let them get the right personnel in there sometimes.
Closing in, throws it. Number 32 comes up to make the play at the 35-yard line.
I like to hurry up here. It's a change of pace, and it's a way to get the defense uncomfortable.
They'll pass on first down. Pressure coming with the pass. Drops the interception. Jackson is the injured player on the field. He'll be coming out for this next play, so we'll find out what the story is.
If the defense can prevent them from getting in the red zone, it'll force a tougher field goal try. So they want to play aggressive and make the tackling crisp and force him into third down situation.
He gets the carry. They'll go with a play back. Pressure. The big man gets in there for a big sack.
He's got a great combination of size and move, and he won't be winning any races, but he's good at getting after the quarterback. And let me tell you, you never want him to be the guy falling on top of you.
Going for the deep man. On the sideline and out of bounds. He barely got that one off.
Yeah, it wasn't a sack. But what it did was make the quarterback adjust his throw, and it messed up his rhythm.
Number 4 will do his best to get this one inside their 5. He'll stop this one where it went out. The Ravens come out in a nickel tackle. Gives the ball off. Williams makes the tackle.
Mixing runs with passes keeps the defense honest.
Baltimore comes out in their nickel package. Looking upfield. Number 6 gets right in there and brings him down.
Come on now. You need to get this first down.
Ball on their own 20. Number 15 scans the defense from the gun. On the pull. Setting up play action. Stevens is there on the stop. Number 15 didn't have a chance to get that one away. They were right there in his face.
You can say that again. That was probably less than a second after he faked the ball to the running back.
4th and long after the sack. And rather than punt, they're going to let the offense have a shot at this 4th down. Drops back, steps up.
Look here, this is not what a quarterback is supposed to do on 4th down. It's your last shot. You're going for it. At least throw it up there and give your guy a shot. A sack is definitely not what you're looking for here.
Blitz is coming. Under pressure, he was drilled as he threw it. He couldn't find a receiver, so he threw it where no one could get it. 7 yards to go for the touchdown. Looks like they'll play bump and run on the outside. The Chiefs line up in a 4-3. The corners move up to play this one tight. Gets the pass off. Number 38 comes up to make the play. At the 4, Andrews appears to have sustained an injury and will make his way to the sideline under his own power. And let's see if they can convert on 3rd down. If they do, then we'll see how they choose to manage the clock. The Chiefs come out in a 4-3. Throwing to the end zone and trying to score before halftime. Brown was his intended target. He shouldn't have any problems with this attempt. Through the uprights and good.
The key to winning is having your drives get some sort of points for your team. They got it done on that drive. I'm sure they're thinking touchdown for their next one.
Tucker looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off. Booming kick downfield. From the 4-yard line. Hill is able to get it to the 22.
Be efficient here. You can't afford to let time slip away from you.
The Ravens line up in a 4-3. Throws on the run. Hart has it.
That time they got him into cover two. They're a disciplined defense that is rarely caught out of position, and they make plays like that.
Kansas City lines up in a 4-3. Looking for the long completion. Number 32 is there for the tackle at the 3-yard line.
What they're doing here is keeping the defense from huddling up. And it keeps the same defense on the field.
Going into halftime, the score is 14-10. Chiefs. Tucker is back and ready to put this one in the air. Nice kick. Plenty of distance. This one is fielded by Hill. Well, John, it looked like he had some room initially, but the blocking just didn't hold up.
You have to put some of the blame on the return man, too. It's his job to look downfield and determine if he has the blocks to work with, well before the ball's out of the end zone.
The Ravens come out in a nickel package. They'll pass on first down. With the pass, complete to the running back. Elliott comes up to make the play at the 25-yard line.
Keep an eye on the safety. Take advantage of the spots where the defense looks soft.
First and 10. Number 25 in the backfield.
Texas 36.
With the throw, knocked away. Upson had the coverage on the play.
Let's move this football.
The Ravens line up in a 4-3. Gets rid of it. Incomplete pass. He had too much on that pass, John, as it sailed over everybody.
Looks like he might be pressing a little bit out there. He needs to be a little more patient. Find his receiver and then deliver the ball on a spot that his receiver can go to.
Tucks it away. Great fake. Looking for the long completion over the middle. Right on target to the wide receiver. Smith is there on the stop at the 15-yard line.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look at it. You're in a hole here on third down, and they come through with this perfect play that gets them a first and keeps the drive going. You need to play it a little safe here. Run the ball and pick up a few. You're almost there.
Hands it off. Setting up play action. On the move. Complete to the wide receiver. Just won't go down. Big hit on the ball carrier.
The team with the most discipline is the team that doesn't commit stupid penalties, and they're the team that usually executes better.
They weren't able to get into the red zone once in the first half, but here they are in the third, inside the 20. And he gets in there. Touchdown.
Now this is exactly how to get the ball in the end zone. Just get in behind the center and guard and keep pushing and pushing until they're putting up 6 points on the board.
The extra point attempt is good. Big opening drive, moving down the field and putting it into the end zone.
That's excellent execution by the guys out there on offense. They look confident, moved the ball, and found the end zone. That's a great way to start the second half.
Should be a return here from the 7. Breaks free of the defender.
Now you start to look around and you figure, who are the go-to guys? The guys who can respond and get this game close again.
Ball on their own 26. Kansas City comes out in their nickel package. Handed it off to the back. Missed tackle. Jones comes up to make the play.
He was looking for a place to run, but all those places were filled up with guys waiting to tackle him.
Gain of 3. Kansas City comes out in a 4-3. Little misdirection. Thornhill records the stop at the 33-yard line. Gain of 4. So as they get set to try to convert, here's what both teams have done on third down. Only one man back. Give it to the halfback. Setting up play action. Throws it. This pass is incomplete. Andrews was the intended receiver on that play. Number 4 will come in now to punt it away. Hill in the return. From the 16. Breaks free of the defender. After a short return, he's brought down at the 22.
Spread the ball around and make sure the defense knows that they have to cover every receiver.
Baltimore with 6 defensive backs.
Blue 53.
They'll pass on first down. Going deep. Deep throw, nearly picked off.
When you've got a receiver who wins a lot of jump ball situations, you've got to throw it deep to him. That time, the defender got the better jump.
Baltimore lines up in a 4-3. On the run. Complete to the wide receiver. Elliott comes up to make the play. At the 36.
Use some motion to throw off the defense. Don't let him get too comfortable.
Hill might be the target again after what he did with his last catch. The Ravens line up in a 4-3. With a counterplay. Dropped in the backfield for a short loss. Big tackle there for Lawson. Great pursuit there, John.
You can say that again. He knows how to prepare, and it really pays off when you make stops like that.
Only one man back. They're coming with the blitz. Closing in. They brought an all-out blitz, John, and took him down for the loss.
They get pressure on him from all angles. He didn't have a chance.
They're looking now at 3rd and long after the sack. Baltimore comes out in their nickel package. Throws it. Peters picks it off. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. The defender with room to run. Dives, touchdown. A spectacular interception and return for a touchdown. Comes in to attempt the point after. The point after is good.
Penalties and takeaways are just as big a factor in some games as effective offense. The team that stays mistake-free usually wins the game.
He watches the kickoff sail over his head. The last time the defense was on the field, they scored on an interception return. Cross play to the left. Number 6 is there on the stop at the 25. Number 25 back to the outside quickly and picked up 5. Ball on their own 25. At the end of 3, the score is 21-17. Chiefs. The Chiefs have the ball and the lead as we begin the 4th period. 2nd and 5 coming up here. They line up in the I formation. Give it to the halfback. Bryant is there for the tackle at the 32-yard line.
Make sure you stay inbounds on this play. You don't want to stop the clock for it.
So they have 1st and 10 here. They'll go from the I formation. In this direction. Peters stops him at the 43-yard line. They get 2 first downs on 2 running plays.
They're looking to pound it at him right now.
The Ravens with a 4-man front. Hand it off. Number 6 comes up to make the play at the 47-yard line.
Get this one to your halfback and let him drive it in the middle. Milk this drive for all it's worth.
Baltimore comes out in a 4-3. Hand off to the tailback. This one will be spotted at the 33, and that tackle gives him 3 in the game. Number 25 is able to get his 4th first down on this drive. He's been dominant in this series. Almost at the 2-minute mark now. The Ravens come out in a 4-3.
Green, 58.
They give it to the halfback. Loose ball. The Ravens get it. So they lose possession after fumbling it away. Kansas City lines up in a 4-3. Hand it off. Nice play fake. With the throw. Almost intercepted.
Sometimes in zone coverage, a quarterback will throw to a spot where his receiver is supposed to be. That time, the only one there was a defender who couldn't make the catch.
The Chiefs line up in a 4-3. Dropping back. Gets rid of it. It's caught. The receiver with a lot of open room. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Ravens.
When you get this kind of execution, you got a great chance of making a big play. Watch it here as everyone takes care of their assignment. The pass is thrown where the receiver can make the best play in the ball, and it's 6 points. It's amazing when you think about it. The litmus test for a great quarterback is being able to bring his team back to win games in the 4th quarter.
Tucker comes in to kick off. Nice distance. This one is handled by Hill. Fumbled.
Watch that game clock. You need to keep it stopped as much as possible.
We're just about down to 1 minute. The Ravens with a 4-man front. Dropping back to pass on first down. Pressure coming. The veteran slips in there and gets the sack.
Hey, you still got to give him a lot of respect. His moves haven't diminished that much, and he still makes impact plays.
Just over a minute still to go. The Ravens come out with 8 guys in the box.
Yellow, 16.
He'll bring the blitz. Launches this one to the left. Ooh, nearly picked off. Number 15 takes the shot deep downfield despite very good coverage.
Get the pass and look to the sideline. You can't let the clock run down here.
A little over a minute left. The Ravens come out in a nickel package. Looking deep to the right. Pass ball's incomplete. And John, the weather continues to affect the passing attack.
This is one of those teams that likes to pass, rain or shine. I'm still expecting them to take some shots downfield.
We're just about down to 1 minute. As expected, they'll go for it here. Dropping back with a deep throw to the right side. In and out of his hands. They go for it and don't make it.
That was a conversion the offense needed. They have to be disappointed, and it's worse because now the other team has the ball.
Kansas City goes with a 4-man front. Number 53 drags the ball carrier down behind the line. Kansas City conserves time here by stopping the clock with just over a minute 30 to play. The Chiefs with a four-man front. And he gets the delayed hit. Reed is there on the stop at the 10. You know, John, he always seems to be in perfect position to make a play.
He's all about effort. His motor's always running at 100%, and he's got the experience to diagnose plays very quickly.
Kansas City comes out in a 4-3. Hand it off. Hughes stops him at the 5-yard line. Nothing doing on that running play, so they'll probably send in the kicker.
I think so. When you've got the lead, you don't have to try anything fancy. You just tack on the 3 and put the game in your defense's hands.
So this should be an easy 3. It's good. Under 2 minutes left, and they tack on 3 more points. Tucker will be kicking off. Squib kick. From the 32-yard line. Slips the tackle.
We've got a good one going here today. Be efficient here. You can't afford to let time slip away from you.
1st and 10. Baltimore comes out in their nickel package.
Red 25.
They'll pass on the 1st down. Throwing on the run. Almost picked off. Time is working against them.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're going to keep going to the air, but it might be a little too late. Watch that game plan. You need to keep it stopped as much as possible.
Baltimore lines up in the 4th and 6. Pressure fires this one deep. He made the catch. The 10. And that score ties it up. A great ball, and the throw is right there, hooking up for a 4th-quarter touchdown. Number 7 will break this 4th-quarter tie if he can kick the extra point here. The point after is good. And with that score, they're now ahead with less than a minute to go.
It's going to take everyone's best effort to hold on to the lead, just like it took a great effort to grab it.
They're lined up to kick off and clearly don't want a repeat of what happened earlier.
Especially when they're winning in the final quarter.
Not a bad kick. They'll set up for the return from the 5.
This is just the kind of situation they were hoping for. Now all they need to do is put together a last-minute drive, and they're going to come away with a win. And now it's up to the defense to shut them down.
The Chiefs come out in a dime package. Under pressure, throws it. The tight end is wide open in the flat. Number 38 is there on the stop at the 33-yard line. He took what he was given, completing the pass.
Yeah, what you want to do as a receiver who's facing zone coverage is to break into the secondary, find a hole, settle down, and show the quarterback your numbers. That was a good job.
2nd and less than a yard. Jackson will work out of the shotgun. He gets the carry. Throwing. Drops the interception.
They were in a zone defense in perfect position to make the play, but they let it get away.
Here are the numbers when it comes to 3rd down conversions.
This team has to start converting on 3rd down if they're going to be successful.
Number 13, the motion man. Dropping back. Long throw. Incomplete.
If you're going to miss, it's better to miss long. You put it up there where your receiver is going to go get it. Now, if you miss, it'll generally end up in incompletion. And that's a heck of a lot better than missing short, giving the defense a shot at the interception.
Brown was the one they were trying to get the ball to. I don't think they have a choice. They have to go for it. Throws it. The wide receiver has it. And he steps out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
You talk about a guy who sees the whole field. He's ready to throw when his receiver gets open. That's this guy. Watch his play right here. He's looking, he sees his option, then he makes the decision to get it to him, and it's there for a big conversion on 4th down.
The corners playing back. Going to the air on 1st down. Throws Closing in. Gets the pass off. Complete to the wide receiver. Baltimore throws a timeout with under a minute left in the fourth quarter. So after that nice catch and run, here's a look at his stats. The corners are backing off. Pass play here on first down. With the pass. He was tipped. No time to get into field goal range, so all they can do now is throw a prayer. So this could be the last play of the game. The corners are giving a bit of a cushion, loosening up the coverage on the outside. Here we go, one last chance, and they have to come up with some kind of a miracle play to pull this one out. Looking for the long completion over the middle. Nearly intercepted. This game reaches its conclusion with the final score, Kansas City 28, Baltimore 27. This is Al Michaels with John Madden saying goodbye for EA Sports.